Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So first I'm going to talk to y'all real fast. My last video I posted, for some reason when I was saying the numbers, it wasn't what I had written down. The one number I did mess up, I have went and fixed, so my budget is correct on there. I am sorry about that. I will try to make sure I read and say the numbers the same way. But today we are doing our cash envelope stuffing and our weekly check-in. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I also am working on challenges from the Budget Mom that she posted. So we are going to be doing our $5 savings challenge. And I've already gotten a few bills in here. So every time I get a $5 bill, it's set unless it goes to a bill, which I've changed my budget so I don't have any $5 or $1 right now. So if I get any $5 bills, it'll go in here, and I'll save this until the end of the year. And I'm also doing the $1 challenge, and any $1 I get will go into this one here. This is just a way to try to help save a lot more money to put towards debt at the end of the year, or whatever we would need, like Christmas at the end of the year, anything like that. That's what we're doing with this. And I know I normally put all of my change in my kids' piggy banks, but this time I'm going to use this pickle jar that we got, that we finally emptied out, and I'm going to use this and fill this up. And as soon as I fill this up, I'm going to take what's in here and deposit it into my kids' savings account. So this is what we're going to use. So I'm going to go ahead, and that way y'all can kind of see how much is in there, because the monkey, you can't really see what's in there. So we got a pretty good amount of change from this week. So there's a bunch. We're going to drop that in here. Put the lid on this and put it up so my kids can't find it until they want to add some to it. Alright. So first thing we're going to do is our weekly check-in and see where we are at for the end of the first week, which our budget goes from the 1st through the first Friday. The first day of the month through the last day of the month. So that's how I like to budget. And we check in on Fridays. Every Friday we get paid, we check in, and if there's extra days at the end of the month after Friday, I will do those by themselves. I want to show y'all how my layout is set up for this year. I am in my Erin Condren monthly deluxe planner. It's a 7x9. So I just want to show y'all how we have this set up. So I don't have anything in this one yet. I'm going to go in and do important dates for birthdays and holidays, just so that they're on the back of my mind, and they're right here. For here, I saw Ramina Rosa's layout that she had with doing her debt through these calendars here to keep it all in one place. I thought that was kind of smart, since that we were really going to try to jump in our debt this year and getting it a lot paid off. I figured here I could see at the beginning of the year where I'm at, and then when the end of the year comes, I will know how much I went from and started at and ended at. So that is why we are going to use these pages for here. Then y'all know that I have my debt tracker set up here, and I have my ending balances written in. I don't think the last time when I set it up I had the numbers ending, so I did fill that in. I have a few savings goals for this month. I want to save at least $500 for James's car, the ones in $5 challenge, and the savings challenge from the Budget Mom that I'm going to be doing. Alright, so for January, this is our setup so far. We have already paid 6 of our bills, and we paid it all on the 1st. I just didn't have enough room to put all of those on the 1st, so the bills came on this side and our expenses were on this side. We didn't spend anything on the 2nd, and on the 3rd we did just buy gas, which was $40 because it was completely empty, because the last time we got gas was really far back ago. So this here is a Erin Condren compliment card, and I went ahead and labeled all of the categories that we're going to use throughout the whole year, so I don't have to keep changing this. So we have groceries, gas, or groceries is in blue, gas is in purple. When we get our spending back, we're going to use green. Dining out, we're going to use purple. Any of our sinking funds that we use, we will categorize it with the pink ones. Any miscellaneous will be with the yellow, and unbudgeted will be with the gray. So that is what we are going to be tracking when we get all of those categories back into our budget, which I hope to have those back in within the next month or two. Fingers crossed that we will be able to. So we are going to go ahead and get started with checking in for the week. We also have my cash wallet here, and we're going to pull out our groceries, diapers, and miscellaneous categories. So we got groceries, diapers, and miscellaneous. Gas stays in the bank, so we will show that in just a second. All right, so first we're going to start with our groceries and diapers. They all go in the same category, and we budget $600 for groceries and $100 for diapers, so that's $700 total. So we are going to add up what we have spent in our grocery, any of these blue stickers here. All right, so the blue stickers, we have $49 for our diapers, $88 between Walmart, and then we spent $132 at Sam's Club. And that trip here, we had to stock up on quite a few household things that will last us the next 2 or 3 months. That is why that amount is so large. So we won't have to worry about that for a while. And that is why that is so a large amount. And those are the only 3 that we have. So in total, we spent $269 this week, which is well over what I wanted to be able to spend, because I was going to try to keep it at $120, and that didn't happen with the Sam's Club because I forgot about things that we were running out of. And last time we got those were 3 months ago or so. So it's all right. I mean, it'll last us a while, so I won't have to worry about getting it again, but it just makes our grocery budget a little bit tighter because this is a 5-week month. Also, I want to tell y'all that starting this weekend, I will be back doing taxes. So I will have an extra income on Saturday and Sunday when my husband is home with the kids. I will be working at a tax office doing taxes for the tax season. And I only do it during the bulk, the peak season is what we call it in tax terms. So I will be doing that and bringing in extra money each week from there. So we will have a little bit extra money that I completely forgot about and spaced about. So I start on the 4th, which is tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 3rd. So starting tomorrow, I will go in there and get my training done and then start working really soon. So we have that coming in for the next month or 2, maybe even through March, depending on how busy it is. Depends on how long they keep me on the payroll. And the person I work for is really flexible and lets me come in and work just on the weekends. They understand that I have 4 kids and nobody to watch them during the week. So she's really understanding and lets me just work on the weekends, which is perfectly fine because hours aren't too bad on the weekends, especially on Sundays. It starts usually after church is let out and ends before it starts back at nighttime. So, I mean, it's not too bad hours to work. And then I will still be working Grubhub on the off hours that I'm not at the tax office. So, a lot going on in January. But let's make sure we get this weekly check-in done because I will be busy, busy, busy tomorrow. So, the first week, we're going to grab our handy-dandy marker. And we are going to put in that we have spent $269 this week. So we had $700 total. We're going to minus the $269, which means we had $431 remaining. All right, so $431. So let's check and make sure. We're going to start with our groceries category. So here's the groceries. Let's see what we got. So we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So we have $380. So we're going to subtract that. So in our diapers envelope, we should have 51. So there's that. All right, so for diapers, let's see if we have 51. We have 50 and 1. So we are all good with groceries and diapers. I will be taking that one and putting it into my jar, and then I will take it out of here and mark it. That way we know I've used it in the savings challenge. Let's move on to our next category, which is gas. And we had one transaction, which was from today, which is $40. Let me check off the blue ones for groceries and go ahead and check off this one. All right, so there's 40 spent from gas. I haven't really worked that much this week because oh, I wrote that on the wrong spot. There we go. So I haven't really worked that much this past week with it being all these holidays and stuff, and then we just got a whole massive rainstorm, and I don't like working in the rain that much because I have to get in and out of my car, and I'm like, So, all right, so our total for gas for the whole month is $250. So we're gonna subtract the 40 from our gas, and we have $210 remaining. So we're gonna write that down. Now, as most of y'all know, if y'all been watching my channel for a while, we do keep our gas in the bank because it's just easier at the pump to pay outside. Around where we live, you have to have 75 to pay outside at the pump. If it's less than that, you have to go inside. So normally we don't get that low. Sometimes we do, and then my husband will go and fill up the car when we don't have any other kids. But most of the time we have the kids in the car, and I'll be filling up as staying in there with them because I don't want to run inside without them, and it's just a big thing. So we just leave it on our card. So let me pull that up and show y'all. All right, and as y'all can see here, we have $210.97 right there remaining. So that is good. All right, y'all, I gotta tell y'all something. Y'all know it's January and everything from Christmas has went on clearance, and this girl here cannot resist some of those clearance items. And I spent a few extra dollars than I should have from our groceries or from our miscellaneous for some Christmas clearance things. So yeah, there's that. We had 2 transactions. We went to Walmart and I spent a little too much at Walmart, but it's okay. Then we ended up being at grocery stores all day, and my kids were starving, so we grabbed us a plate to share from Zaxby's, and we took that out of miscellaneous. So we spent the $70 that was in the budget for this month on the first day. I'm so terrible. So we spent $70. And we have 0 remaining because there was $70 in our miscellaneous budget for this month. And as y'all can see, there's nothing there. So sad, but it's all right. All right, and let's check in for miscellaneous. We have no gray stickers, so we had no miscellaneous. So we are going to check off these. All right, so that is all that we have. So we spent 0, and there's no remaining because we don't budget anything for it, as well as over here. We're just gonna mark that side. All right, so that is our weekly check-in. Now, as y'all know, I am doing the Budget Mom's savings challenges that she has going on right now, and this month we are doing the Jolly Word, and I need to pull out $17. So one of my envelopes, I will be pulling out $17. So let's see, I think we have, I don't have any small bills. I'm gonna have to break one of the 20s and pull out 17 for my savings challenge and put it to the side, because I do want to do those challenges with her, as well as the $1 and the $5 savings challenge, because I am determined to save a bunch of money and put to the side and forget about it until the end of the year and be done with it. You know, we need some extra money at the end of the year. So that is our check-in part of the video. So we have $431 remaining for groceries, $210 on gas, nothing for miscellaneous, and we don't do our unbudgeted, so we are good there. All right, so next we are going to move into our paycheck breakdown. We're going to go ahead and fill in our numbers here. All right, so for our income, James received $727.99. I was able to make $92.28, and we had no other this month. So our total was $820.27. Okay, so we're going to break that down and fill in how much we're going to put into each category. And these numbers are a little bit different just because I did change it so it wasn't having any 5s or 1s really. So our first two are the Mazda and the rent. They will both get $120. Next up is power, and we're budgeting $350, so we need $70 a week this month. Next we have Allstate, and Allstate is getting $20. Then we have the phone bill, and the phone bill will be getting $30. All right, so for water, we're going to budget $10. For propane, we are going to budget $40. And with propane right now, we haven't got a new bill for January yet, so we still have $200 from saving from last month. So we will see how much it actually is going to be after we fill up again. So we might not need to even save $300, but right now that's what I have it as for this month, just in case. For student loans, we are going to be saving $10. For charter, we are going to be saving $10. Pest control and credit card, no, pest control, we are saving $10. And the credit card, we are going to save $25. So that's going to be extra $10 put towards our debt on that one. For groceries, it will be $120. Sorry if it's shaking, I keep bumping the desk. And then for diapers, it will be $20. For gas, we're going to set aside $50. And our savings, we are going to put $10 towards it. For miscellaneous, we are going to be putting $20. For sinking funds, we are going to add $100. And we are going to go ahead and try to start putting spending back in. So we're going to add that down here. All right, and we're going to put $40 in there this week. And that'll be 20 for me, 20 for him. So however much we end with, we'll split it between me and my husband. And this will be for starting in February. So let's add this up and make sure it equals our $820. All right, so that does equal the $820. So we are good. All right, so now we're going to move this to the side and we're going to start stuffing our cash envelopes. Woo, favorite part. All right, we're going to slide this completely out of the way over here. All right, we're going to lay out all of our bills, and I have already went and faced them the same way. So we have all of our 10s. We have our 20s. We have the 50s and our 100s. All right, so that is all laid out. So we are going to start stuffing our envelopes. Now these envelopes I did transfer. If y'all seen my last video, I just did the cash unstuffing and restuffing. So these envelopes here are empty and ready to start stuffing January's money for February's bills. So for the Mazda, we are doing $120. So this is a little rickety $100 there, but it'll be all right. All right, so let's slide that in. All right, so there's the Mazda. And the rent will also be $120. So there we go. These envelopes here are Kate Budgets off of Etsy. She also has a YouTube channel, Kate and Drew on YouTube, if y'all want to check her out. Power was getting 70. 50, 70. Alright. So there's the Power. And last month I ended up putting what was left over from our groceries and any of our cash envelopes into the sinking funds and wrote it on my budget as I used it all. And the only reason I did that was because I did use it and didn't roll it over into this month to budget with it this pay period. If that's more confusing, I can roll it over and then put it into sinking funds for the first week of the new month, if that is easier for y'all to be able to understand, which is fine with me. So just let me know down in the comments. I know that confused a few people with me not doing an exact amount on my groceries envelope there. So on Allstate we are putting in 20. So there's Allstate. For AT&T we're going to add 30. So 20, 30. Alright, there's that. For water we are putting in 10. And some of these won't add up if you try to do the math, because the last two paychecks I have them kind of rotating on which one's getting more or less than it needs. So it's going to be a little bit different at the end of the month. But right now for the first two or 3 weeks it'll get the same amount in each envelope. So that was water. Next is, where's my propane? Alright, so Freeman Gas. And I spelled propane wrong in my planner again. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and fix that, because y'all pointed that out to me and I am not the greatest with spelling. I never have been. So thank y'all for pointing that out before someone points it out again. Alright, it's fixed. There we go. Spelling was always my weak subject in school. So propane, we're doing 40. 20, 40. All right. So there we go. All right. Student loans, we are doing 10. So here's 10. This will probably change in a couple months on how much it's due, because we have to do a yearly update for the student loans, so that one will probably change on how much I pay. Next up is charter, and we are adding 10 for charter. So there's charter. For pest control, we are adding 10. All right, so there's pest control. Next up is the credit card, and we're adding 20. So normally I would have only added 10, but we had an extra 10 and I put it towards this. So we will have an extra 10 to pay so far towards our credit card to get that paid off. The quicker I get that paid off, the more I can work towards every other debt. Next up is our expenses for next month will be groceries first, which is 120. So 120. Y'all let me know down below if y'all like seeing me do a whole envelope, a stuffing for just the sinking funds, or if y'all want to watch me stuff them as I am stuffing these envelopes each week to see where it's going weekly, or just do it monthly. So for gas, we are putting in 50. Okay, so there's gas. Next, we are putting in savings is going to be 10, and I did not pull that out, so we're going to set that to the side, and I'll add that to the savings in just a second. Then we have diapers, which will be getting 20. All right. we have miscellaneous, and it will also be getting 20. Here we go. All right, so there's miscellaneous. And then I will have 100, let's see. Yeah, we will put 100 into this envelope here for sinking funds. And depending on y'all's comments on if y'all like doing this in one video and seeing how much we put towards each one at the end of the month, or if y'all want to see me do it paycheck to paycheck, will depend on if I keep this envelope or not. So y'all let me know. And this last 40 here will be for me and my husband some spending money starting in February. So we will make an envelope and stick this in it. That way we'll have it put to the side. All right, so that is all of our envelopes. They are all stuffed. They are starting to be funded for February's bills. I am about, after this video posted, I will be posting a little backstory on myself, so y'all stay tuned for that one. I have recorded that one so many times, but it's just not how I wanted it to come out, so work with me. I am trying to get that one posted on how I got a month ahead on my bills and all that fun stuff. So y'all stay tuned, because that one will be posted as soon as I get it edited. But other than that, that is all we had. So I am working towards this. So we got our paycheck breakdown wrote in, so it matches up. Everything's stuffed. We have done our weekly check-in from the 1st to the 3rd. Everything's good. We don't have any more miscellaneous money to be spending, so we're gonna just have to deal without and just make sure I'm really tight with what we spend now, because I don't have any extra money, and I don't really want to have any unbudgeted, but it happens. So we're going to make sure we split this up pretty well for the rest of the month for gas. In our savings, I have spent 2 transactions. We had to put extra towards the power bill, which was $35, and I had to get my giveaway shipped, which was $35. So those were from the savings. So that is what we have. I want to thank y'all for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. And just, if y'all have any other questions before I do the all about me video, just post them down in the comments, and I will try to make sure I get those answered in the video as well, because I will probably end up recording it again before I post it. So yeah, just make sure y'all leave me comments down below if you have any questions, anything you want to be answered on how I get things, how I budget. It's a little bit different than most people I've seen, just because we are a month ahead, and I don't like wasting paper with doing each paycheck on a different spread, so that's why I do it all on the same one. But that's just me. I don't like to waste stuff. So I hope that y'all do like and subscribe to my channel. We will be reaching 1,000 so soon. It's amazing that I have went from 300 to 800 in like a month, maybe a month and a half or so. And I see us hitting 100, or I see me hitting over 1,000 at least by February. And when that happens, y'all might get another giveaway. So stay tuned. But that is it. I am done talking. I am talking y'all's ears off probably. And we will be closing that out right here. So I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye now.